Mysterious ambient music fades in, building tension. What if I told you that humanity's survival depends on understanding a quantum secret hidden within the blood-soaked altars of ancient Maya and Aztec civilizations? What if the very ritual that horrified Spanish conquistadors contains the thermodynamic key to preventing our planet's entropy acceleration toward complete ecological collapse? Right now, as you listen to these words, Earth's magnetic field is weakening at an unprecedented rate of 5% per decade. Our planet's biodiversity is collapsing 1,000 times faster than natural extinction rates. Climate tipping points cascade like quantum dominoes across interconnected Earth systems, and yet the ancient Maya calculated these exact cosmic cycles with mathematical precision that rivals our modern supercomputers. But here's what they're not telling you in mainstream science journals. The Maya and Aztec civilizations possessed quantum consciousness technologies disguised as ritualistic blood sacrifice. These weren't primitive acts of barbarism. They were sophisticated applications of bioelectromagnetic field manipulation, designed to maintain thermodynamic equilibrium between human consciousness and solar plasma dynamics. Sound of ancient obsidian blade cutting through silence. You see when those obsidian ceremonial knives pierced human flesh atop towering pyramids. Something far more complex than religious theater was unfolding. The ancient sages understood that human blood contains iron-rich hemoglobin molecules that create measurable electromagnetic signatures when exposed to specific solar radiation frequencies 14. They discovered that voluntary blood offering during calculated astronomical alignments could literally entangle human biofields with solar plasma currents spanning 93 million miles. Think I'm speaking in mystical metaphors. Consider this quantum reality check. Every drop of human blood contains approximately 280 million hemoglobin molecules. Each molecule carries 4 iron atoms positioned in precise geometric configurations that mirror crystalline structures found in Earth's magnetic core. When Maya priests drew blood during solar zenith passages, those moments when the sun passed directly overhead twice yearly, they were creating intentional bioelectromagnetic resonance with our star's nuclear fusion processes 3. But wait, there's something even more mind-bending happening here. Pattern interrupt sudden silence. Modern quantum physicists have discovered that iron atoms and hemoglobin exhibit quantum entanglement properties when subjected to specific electromagnetic frequencies. The same frequencies that peak during solar maximum cycles. The same cycles the Maya tracked with obsessive precision for over 2,000 years. The survival matrix indicates that we're approaching a critical threshold. Solar cycle 25 is accelerating toward maximum intensity while Earth's magnetic shield weakens exponentially. Ancient texts from the Dresden Codex, that sacred Maya astronomical manual, predicted this exact convergence. They called it the time of the broken sun, when how the solar deity would require the blood of kings to restore cosmic balance for. Could this be why global governments are secretly tracking solar storm activity while simultaneously studying indigenous blood ritual sites? Could magnetic field disruption connect to the spiritual awakening millions are experiencing worldwide? Here's revelation number 1 that changes everything. The Maya practiced what they called auto-sacrifice. Deliberate bloodletting from tongues, earlobes, and yes, male genitalia too. But this wasn't masochistic religious fervor. This was precision bioelectromagnetic calibration. Different body regions contain varying concentrations of neural pathways and blood vessel density. The tongue contains 8,000 nerve endings per square centimeter. The ears house the vestibular system that regulates electromagnetic field perception. And reproductive organs, they generate the strongest bioelectric fields in the human body. When Mayan nobles drew blood from these specific locations during calculated solar alignments, They were essentially creating biological antenna arrays capable of transmitting human consciousness frequencies directly into solar plasma streams. 9. Ambient tension builds, but here's where it gets quantum-level strange. Extinction probability calculations show that every previous mass extinction event coincided with dramatic solar activity fluctuations. The Permian extinction, Earth's most devastating die-off, occurred during a period of intense cosmic ray bombardment caused by solar magnetic field reversals. The dinosaurs wiped out not just by asteroid impact, but by the subsequent disruption of Earth's electromagnetic protective barrier. The ancient ones knew this pattern. They understood that biological consciousness serves as a quantum bridge between terrestrial life force and cosmic energy currents. But they also knew something else, something that could save our species from the 6th mass extinction currently accelerating around us. Revelation number 2 will shake your understanding of reality itself. Aztec priests didn't just remove beating hearts for theatrical shock value. They understood advanced principles of cardiac bioelectricity that Western medicine only discovered in the 1960 S115. The human heart generates the strongest electromagnetic field in the body, extending up to 8 feet beyond the physical form. During peak emotional states, particularly the transcendent moments before death, this cardiac electromagnetic signature amplifies exponentially. Now connect these quantum dots. When Aztec warriors captured enemies specifically during certain lunar phases, when solar flare activity peaked, when Venus appeared in precise celestial positions relative to Earth's magnetic field lines, they were orchestrating bioelectromagnetic events that could literally influence planetary consciousness grids. 4. Think this sounds like science fiction. Thermodynamic equilibrium principles prove that consciousness affects physical reality at quantum scales. The observer effect in quantum mechanics demonstrates that conscious observation changes particle behavior instantaneously across any distance. If individual consciousness can alter subatomic reality, imagine what orchestrated collective consciousness could accomplish during moments of peak electromagnetic vulnerability. Sound design, heartbeats synchronized with solar pulse frequencies. But here's the survival secret they don't want you to understand. Revelation number 3. The ancient blood rituals weren't about appeasing angry gods. They were about preventing entropy acceleration in Earth's living systems. Modern entropy calculations show that complex biological systems require constant energy input to maintain organizational coherence. Without this input, systems collapse into chaos, exactly what we're witnessing in global ecosystems right now. Ocean acidification, permafrost methane release, topsoil depletion, pollinator extinction. These are entropy acceleration patterns that ancient civilizations successfully reversed using quantum consciousness technologies. The Maya discovered that human blood, when offered during specific astronomical alignments, creates measurable changes in local electromagnetic field stability. 9. Not through supernatural intervention, but through quantum field interactions that modern physics is only beginning to comprehend. Here's how the mechanism actually works. Iron atoms in hemoglobin exist in quantum superposition states until observed or measured. When blood exits the body during peak solar activity, these iron atoms instantaneously entangle with iron particles in Earth's magnetosphere and solar wind. This creates quantum communication channels spanning vast distances, allowing human consciousness to directly influence planetary electromagnetic stability. Pattern interrupt, whispered urgency. Right now, solar astronomers are detecting unprecedented magnetic anomalies in our sun's corona. Plasma ejections that should take days to reach Earth are arriving in hours. The Van Allen radiation belts protecting our planet are fluctuating wildly. And here's what mainstream media isn't reporting. Indigenous communities worldwide are spontaneously resuming ancient blood ritual practices for the first time in centuries. Could ancestral genetic memory be activating survival protocols encoded in human DNA? Could quantum consciousness be preparing our species for an evolutionary leap triggered by cosmic electromagnetic chaos? Revelation number 4 connects the quantum dots between ancient wisdom and planetary survival. The Aztec calendar stone, that massive basalt disc weighing 24 tons, isn't just artistic achievement. It's a sophisticated computational device encoding thermodynamic equations that describe Earth's relationship with solar cycles across vast timescales 10. The 4 previous suns or ages described in Aztec mythology. These represent actual geological epochs terminated by solar electromagnetic events. We're living in the 5th sun, the age of movement and earthquakes, according to ancient calculations embedded in stone. This age ends when solar electromagnetic chaos triggers magnetic pole reversal and crustal displacement. But here's the survival key they encoded in ritual knowledge. Human consciousness, when properly aligned with solar plasma dynamics through bioelectromagnetic calibration, can literally stabilize planetary magnetic field fluctuations, not through wishful thinking or positive visualization, but through quantum field manipulation using biological antenna arrays, our circulatory systems. Building intensity, could this quantum phenomenon save our planet? Could parallel dimensions influence Earth's ecological collapse through consciousness entanglement protocols that ancient shamans accessed via controlled blood loss? Revelation number 5 will forever change how you understand your role in planetary survival. Every human being contains approximately 5 liters of iron-rich blood. That's 5 liters of potential quantum communication medium capable of instantaneous entanglement with solar plasma currents. When multiplied across human population 8 billion biological antenna arrays, we're talking about a planetary consciousness network with processing power that dwarfs any supercomputer. But here's the critical survival factor. This network only activates during specific electromagnetic conditions. Conditions that ancient calendars predicted would converge during our current historical moment. Solar maximum intensity magnetic pole wandering. Cosmic ray bombardment increasing exponentially. These aren't separate phenomena, they're orchestrated activation sequences for humanity's next evolutionary phase. The question isn't whether we'll survive the coming electromagnetic chaos. The question is whether we'll consciously participate in our species' quantum transformation or passively allow entropy acceleration to collapse organized civilization. Dramatic pause, sound of wind through ancient ruins. What happens when consciousness shifts during ecological collapse? What happens when 8 billion humans simultaneously recognize their bioelectromagnetic connection to solar intelligence? What happens when we voluntarily align our life force with cosmic energy currents instead of fighting against them? Revelation number 6 reveals the ultimate survival protocol. Ancient Maya bloodletting wasn't about loss, it was about circulation, about maintaining flow between human consciousness and cosmic intelligence. Modern humans have severed this connection through electromagnetic pollution, processed foods that deplete iron absorption, and systematic disconnection from natural solar cycles. We've become electromagnetically isolated from the very cosmic currents that sustain planetary life. But DNA remembers genetic memory, contains complete instructions for bioelectromagnetic recalibration. The survival codes are already written in your blood, waiting for activation during peak solar electromagnetic events. Could ancient practices reverse entropy? Could voluntary blood offering during calculated astronomical alignments literally reboot Earth's electromagnetic stability? Here's what the quantum shamans understood that we've forgotten. Mystical soundscape intensifies every solar flare. Every magnetic storm, every cosmic ray bombardment carries intelligence. Information patterns from solar plasma dynamics that communicate directly with iron atoms in human blood. When ancient priests drew blood during solar zenith passages, they were downloading cosmic data directly into Human Consciousness Network's 34. This intelligence contains survival instructions, blueprints for navigating electromagnetic chaos, genetic activation sequences for evolving beyond current biological limitations. But accessing this information requires voluntary surrender of the illusion that human consciousness exists separately from cosmic intelligence. Revelation number 7 connects everything. The real secret behind blood sacrifice rituals isn't about death, it's about quantum resurrection, about consciously participating in the eternal cycles of destruction and renewal that govern all cosmic systems. Ancient sages understood that voluntary offering of life force during peak electromagnetic vulnerability creates quantum entanglement with solar intelligence itself. This isn't metaphysical speculation. This is quantum mechanics applied to consciousness evolution. When iron-rich blood interacts with solar electromagnetic fields during calculated astronomical alignments, measurable quantum entanglement occurs across interplanetary distances. Human consciousness literally merges with solar plasma dynamics, creating feedback loops that can influence planetary electromagnetic stability. Sound builds to crescendo, but here's the ultimate survival revelation. We don't need obsidian knives or temple pyramids. We don't need human sacrifice or religious dogma. We need conscious recognition that human blood contains quantum communication technology capable of preventing planetary electromagnetic collapse. We need voluntary participation in bioelectromagnetic recalibration protocols that our ancestors encoded in ritual knowledge. The time of the broken sun has arrived. Solar maximum approaches, magnetic field disruption accelerates. Ecological collapse cascades across interconnected Earth systems. But within the quantum field of human consciousness lies the power to stabilize planetary electromagnetics through voluntary alignment with cosmic intelligence. How might quantum consciousness accelerate planetary healing? How might 8 billion humans simultaneously awakening to their bioelectromagnetic connection with solar intelligence reverse entropy acceleration in Earth's living systems? Final revelation building. The ancient ones left us more than stone calendars and ritual artifacts. They left us quantum activation protocols encoded in genetic memory. Survival instructions written in the iron atoms of human blood. Cosmic communication technologies disguised as religious practices. As solar electromagnetic chaos intensifies. As magnetic pole reversal accelerates. As extinction probability calculations approach critical thresholds. Remember this, you are not separate from cosmic intelligence. Your blood carries the quantum keys to planetary survival. Your consciousness is entangled with solar plasma dynamics across 93 million miles of space. The choice is yours. Will you consciously participate in humanity's quantum transformation? Will you voluntarily align your life force with cosmic energy currents during this critical electromagnetic transition? Will you honor the ancient wisdom encoded in your DNA by recognizing your role as a quantum antenna in the planetary consciousness network? The survival of organized civilization depends on your answer. The time of the quantum shaman has returned. The age of electromagnetic awakening begins now. And within the iron-rich rivers of human blood flows the power to heal a planet in crisis. Resonant silence, choice point created. The ancient ones understood what modern humans are remembering. We are not observers of cosmic events. We are conscious participants in cosmic intelligence itself. The quantum field responds to intention. The electromagnetic grid responds to collective consciousness. And solar plasma dynamics respond to voluntary offering of human life force aligned with cosmic wisdom. Your blood remembers, your DNA knows. Your consciousness is the key. The question isn't whether humanity will survive the coming transformation. The question is whether you'll consciously participate in birthing the next phase of human evolution, or allow entropy acceleration to choose for you. The quantum shamans are awakening. The solar maximum approaches. The electromagnetic renaissance begins. What will you choose? Final resonant tone fades to transformative silence.